So how do you like being a fucking racist?
I'm not a racist.
Against fat people,
And
gay...
to prove it, here is my friend Jeff.
Oh, so now I feel what demographic for you that you say that you're not hating?
You're my lawyer.
Well, so it's
I hereby verbally give you right of attorney.
to hate lawyers. In fact,
Hey,
it's a sport.
We have proof now, so we can cohere Jeff into doing horrible things for Robbie legally.
Well, okay. Do you feel that
For the next
you're being forced
7
into
minutes.
this image that you don't like?
Do you have a watch?
Right there.
You said 7 minutes and you looked at your wrist. Let's see your watch. So you're racist against people who have watches. You're making fun of people who have watches.
No.
How can you not say you're not a
Jeff,
racist?
defend me.
No, you're burying yourself. You don't need any more help.
Frankly, Robbie, you're an asshole.
You're lucky I only got belly, not head. Because I couldn't get the camera high enough.
So
Racism is kind of a vague concept
Okay,
nowadays.
Jeff,
if you
explain
think about
to
it.
society
what
or to
racism
people
is.
of YouTube what racism is.
It's hating.
Yeah,
It is. It's just pure hatred. It's misunderstanding or non-understanding of a cultural event or people.
Wait. But Jeff, there's different...
no, give us
levels.
the dictionary or the Bible definition of racism.
Well, to say that you're not part of their group. In other words, it's basically you don't belong, and you don't have the right to exist.
No.
Not in my world or anybody's world.
That's true.
Okay, Tony,
Hey,
what do you
works for Toby Keith.
what do you think racism is?
But there's something I wish to interject.
Yeah, it works for Toby Keith. Hey,
Is that there are
What are you
different
gonna- where are you gonna
levels
interject
of that what Jeff is missing is there are different levels.
No, what I'm
to
saying is, okay, you're going to interject something, but yet you're pointing down at your penis.
That's why he wants to interject.
You look at think about your hand motion.
I should just keep my hands right here and not do anything.
You should. You're just
can't.
getting
Okay,
into
Jeff,
it.
Robbie.
ask Robbie.
No, it's like everything else, Rob. Do you feel that society pressures you to be that way?
Society has its pressures, yes.
Is there things that make you angry?
And Russ doesn't count.
And social injustice?
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at him.
If you're,
What if Tony gets up and moons you?
yeah. Now.
Oh crap! I just realized that.
Now, what has
incriminated
Tony done
myself.
to offend you?
Yeah. What social injustice has Tony done to you? Look at that. Does he seem like the kind of guy GQing there,
Okay,
like
okay,
he social
okay.
injustice you?
Just so everyone knows.
Because I could say social injustice is trying to break my arm, throwing boxes at my car, just giving me hater eyes on a regular basis, lying, cheating, stealing.
Fertilizing somebody's lawn at midnight?
I thought about that to him. Knock on the window so he can watch it happen too.
And masturbating to ponies.
Oh, the hater eyes came out again. See? Now that's...
Hey,
that's
turn
hate.
it.
That's
Give us a
hate.
hater's eye. Give us a hater's eyes for the camera.
That's
A fake hater eyes.
Yeah.
But do you feel racism is more predominant now in this generation than it is in your generation?
I think we're more indifferent to it than ever before because in a sense we're so diversified now it's basically incomprehensible
do you
to
feel
say
like
one archetype falls under one category anymore.
Do you feel like rap, animation, movies have had a lot to do with desensitizing us to racism and making it socially acceptable?
I think it's a stream of information and knowledge that goes in both directions. A lot of people would still look at and say there's still a gap that of knowledge that is still to be brought towards the public. But little by little, I think in this age of now, we see so many
Explain to us
different
what the age of now is.
which is basically internet connections and such like this. So basically everybody sees what other people are doing. And we're not as isolated as what we used to be. And the conclaves of like how you grew up, you never had any experience outside of the area that you lived in.
So you feel that the internet has unified hate?
I say yes, it's created another element to it, which is basically more blockheads can find each other, basically, in this world.
We all hate each other equally.
Yeah.
Brandon, I hate you more than others, if it helps out any.
I can tell.
Tony hates Robbie more than anyone else.
Well, that's understandable.
Jeff hates everyone because he's old.
Yeah.
And Robbie
I
is
just
gay.
hate you two. I don't hate Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
Just leave me to die.
That's right.
And I like Jeff.
That's
But
a
you're,
daddy.
but
That's
you're
a
gay.
daddy.
That's why you like Jeff.
Oh, dear God.
He is wearing sweats.
So now you're
Easy access
now
for
you're
you.
being racist.
No, I'm being cynical. There's a big difference. Cynical and racism are two different things.
And a good dancer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
But, Robbie,
Mhm.
what do you feel racism has done to entertainment? Because you're hardwired into the media.
I think racism
Wait a
is
minute, let me
used as a
finish.
joke nowadays.
You think it's a
No,
joke?
it's dead serious for those who live and die by it.
For those who live in
Well, let's
the...
put it in.
But-
What's going on
mainstream-
over in Oakland right now, we may be facing...
Explain to
this-
us what is happening in Oakland.
Well, basically, one of the protesters has been shot at this moment. Whether or not that person galvanizes the other side to look at the other as simply
Why was he
saying
shot?
we need to bring the system down now.
Why was he shot and what was the protesting about? Because not everyone...
Everything else just getting in the way.
No. You got to explain to the media people who
gotta
just
die.
jump into this
You
clip.
got to die to make the big story. If not, it's just...
Okay, we have a martyr, but we don't know why the martyr is. For the
Right.
people...
Who
You got to take into
needs
account...
a martyr
No,
wanna
more
know
than
why
no,
Chelsea
Jeff,
or
reason
Reverend
was
you're
for
missing the
doing
point.
this.
Right.
It's
What was
people...
the reason?
What is the reason what's happening in Oakland? Because you got to take into account our audience is stupid, and we're racist to stupid people. That's why
Well,
we're
okay.
have
Did we
problems with
just
him.
call our whole audience stupid?
No, just you.
But we are racist in that respect because we're entertainers.
But-
we're pretty shallow.
But what is
individuals.
the entire point of happening in Oakland right now?
Well, the Occupy Wall Street is basically a war between haves and have-nots, saying that basically those of us who make up the majority of the public here are really entitled to our just desserts as well, even though most cases we haven't earned anything to justify it. In other words, we sit around hoping things will be given to us in this world. It isn't. And no amount of anarchy is really going to change that.
What is your feelings about that, Robbie, right now, feeling entitlement issues to being given stuff and not working for it? If you have to think about it, that means you like it. Or you
It's
don't
your
realize
future.
it's there.
If you don't have any say in it, that's what you wind up with.
Because you should have some kind of opinion like, hey, you're an old fucker, you don't know what you're talking about, because our youth deserves some respect. I've never gone to school, I've never done this, I've never done that, but hey, you don't understand what it's like to be in my generation.
I've heard this lament too many times.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think
Gimme,
certain
gimme,
people
gimme.
deserve things, but certain people also manipulate things. And you gotta...
It's a generation of
These
Davids.
people never mind.
It's sitting in
Well,
Texas
this people-
waiting for dad's money
Does-
to come and keep their miserable asses alive.
Or in Ryan's case, dead relatives.
Yeah, that too.
Or Obama checks, like somebody speaking.
Yeah.
If you leave Moosh off the system...
I'm not moving off the system when I'm trying to get a job and going to school, so fuck you, Robbie. Die.
He does have a box
And
after.
he has a
Wow.
he has a good racist point too.
Wow.
It's
I got
a
Brandon
racism
the
of
curse. Yay!
You are a curse.
He's not a curse,
blood.
Brandon.
He's a cancer on society.
He's a tumor on the bulb ass of Riverbank that needs to be cut out.
Wow.
How do you retort that? My life's a parody and a joke, all wrapped together.
But going back to racism,
At least I
and,
made people happy.
no, you don't.
No.
You know why? Because you don't try.
Uh-huh.
You feel you're entitled to certain things because you're on YouTube, and you feel you're entitled to this
I'm
and
a
that.
star.
A big, bright, shiny star, yet you don't want to work for it or improve at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you feel now you're entitled to kudos and stuff.
And to run away.
And for the record, folks, still probably a good 3 weeks now for this before we can get him to come back for another clip. So enjoy this one while you can.
Or maybe the posthumous episode. We
Oh,
don't know.
no, wait. We just take a picture of him and put wanted. Have you seen this kid? Because we don't want to.
Let's put a little milk carton on the table.
Yeah, like that picture at Christmas we took of you that one year.
Oh,
The one with the expired milk.
Yes. Now we went from Robbie racism, because Robbie, this is a good example right now about racism, how the example of how you use parody of the group about racism towards you and your thinking, about Brandon's racism towards Robbiness, and Jeff trying to explain something, you totally ignoring him just because you feel it's not valid to your perspective.
Well, that's a form of mental racism
Also, I
too.
don't
Yeah, it is.
It's a
Sometimes I
fascist
just
idea.
don't get.
You don't get or you don't want to try.
No, I don't
You
understand
don't need to try.
You don't need to try. That's why you don't need to understand.
So I should just say, okay, they're right?
No, they're not right.
You gotta argue a point. The point is that you have to see both sides of an argument.
You've got the generation arguing here about, you don't deserve these entitlements. You're living that that era, the youth that is complaining and stuff. And then you've got Brandon over here. Two people you guys are both on the same plane of existence. About, he gets his Obama check, you get your stuff from, you wanted the free schooling, and now you get your inheritance, like Brandon points out. But in the same time too, neither one of you understand what a work ethic is, like Jeff is. So you're not addressing the point. You're just attacking each other for for your social status. You attack Jeff because he's old.
Yep.
They attack you because you're Robbie. Robbie attacks Brandon because he's Brandon. But none of you never address the point of, what am I angry at? What is really the true point of this? What is the racism involved in the whole Oakland situation here?
And
What's my fight about, basically?
Yeah, you finally caught on. What is my fight about it? What is Jeff's anti-fight about it, or fight about it too, for
Where do
agreeing
I
or
stand
disagreeing?
on this little battlefield that's going on?
Yes.
Well, it's actually not a small battlefield. It's going on literally all across the
I never
country
said
and
it was a
across the
small
world.
battlefield. I just said battlefield.
We're
It's
at a point of a tipping point in maybe a world revolution, because so many governments are being affected at the same time.
And
I feel we need to point out, just to save a few dozen hate mails, you see it on the news, there's more than just, the Call of Duty playing college kids out there on those things. So.
you are correct about that. But right now we're talking about what's happening.
Yeah, just say now before we get 100 emails from, I'm a manager here.
Well,
doing
truth of the
this,
matter
yada,
is,
yada.
Jeff, Brandon, the
Brandon's just
email
fine.
is good, because then in turn you hit a spark with someone who agrees or disagrees.
Mm-hmm.
We would rather have the hate mail, because then it gives us something on sounding board to address.
Yeah, just point that out there.
No, we want the hate mail
Brandon?
this time. We want the hate. We want the whole, I believe what you're saying, or I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. You guys are totally fucked in the head because you guys are talking about something you don't know anything about. Mm-hmm. But the point being is, it means that people are
That makes a
listening
good point.
or asking questions.
Yeah.
The first thing
It's
is
all
to ask
dialogue.
questions about the circle.
Yeah.
Because in turn, it's all about, entitlement. Who's entitled to what?
Mm-hmm.
Who's entitled to nothing? As I stopped
Who
here at
deserves
nothing.
Yes,
deserves
some
a
are
piece of
none
the
crowd.
pie?
Some get some,
Yeah.
others get none.
Yeah.
Who deserves a piece of the pie, basically?
Well, what
Do
have
you
you
feel
done
you-
to earn that piece of that pie?
You see, in your age bracket, only like Jeff earns it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't. I have to say, sorry, Brian, you didn't. But Tony here did, because he's in the working force that Jeff's in, and his money is being taken to pay for certain things.
porn.
What?
To pony porn.
Yeah,
I'm
His
sure
money's going to pay for me and Brandon, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that's.
it's unsustainable, especially now with the downturn.
But the
in economy.
irony of it is, I told Jeff this 5 years ago. This was probably going to happen, and he said no, it wasn't.
Well, at the point
'Cause-
5 years ago, we didn't see this kind of catastrophic.
Actually, I did see it. Remember, I was pointing it out to you, and you said.
you were hoping for more regional, but when
No,
we're
what I'm
talking
saying is,
about
it was
a-
paranoid.
you
You
know,
said it was paranoid sci-fi thinking to you.
Well, in many cases, it still is.
And you know what this proves?
Real
Oh,
simple.
Guy's
Russ is right, and we'll end it here.